All right, welcome to the next video, which will talk about problems 3, and maybe we'll get to 4, somewhere around there. Anyway, just like the last time, first thing you want to do is factor. So take out an x, squared plus x minus 2, and then I'll also see when I make this x plus 2 and x minus 1. All right, so notice the domain is from negative infinity to negative 2, union negative 2 to 0, union 0 to 1, union 1 to infinity. The vertical asymptotes, because now I'll cross out the x, vertical asymptotes are at negative 2 and x equals 1. The removable discontinuity, there's one at 0, and when you put 0 back in, you get 0 plus 4 over negative 2, so you get negative 2 for your removable discontinuity. So the limit as x approaches negative 2 from the left of the function. So I chose negative 2.1, so plus 4 over negative 2.1 plus 2 times negative 2.1 minus 1. So it gives you positive, and then you would have negative over negative, so it's also positive, so therefore it goes towards infinity. The limit as x approaches negative 2 from the right, it's negative 1.9. So you notice it's going to be positive over negative, so it goes towards negative infinity. Then we're going to do the same thing as it approaches 1 on the left. So it's 0.9 plus 4 over 0.9 plus 2 times 0.9 minus 1. It's going to be positive over negative, which means it's going towards negative infinity. And then when we go as it approaches 1 from the right, so that's 1.1. Minus 1, sorry. So it gives you positive over positive, which is going towards infinity. So then the end behavior limit as x approaches infinity, well, as you observe highest powers, notice it's x squared over x to the third, or in this case it's x over x squared. So it's going to be 0 over 1, which is 0. So the limit as x approaches infinity and negative infinity is equal to 0, which means that your horizontal asymptote is at y equals 0. All right, so then that means there's no oblique asymptote, which means to find where it intersects, you would set x plus 4 over x squared plus 2x minus 1, or sorry, x squared plus x minus 2 equal to 0. So that means 0 equals x plus 4, and negative 4 equals x. So the horizontal asymptote is intersected at negative 4 for x and 0 for y, because that's what we put in. So now when we talk about the x-intercepts, well, the x-intercept, you set the numerator equal to 0, so it is negative 4. And now for the y-intercept, however, there is no y-intercept because of the fact that 0 for x is not in the domain. remember way back in the beginning, we said that it doesn't include 0, so therefore there's no y-intercept. Symmetry. Okay, when we put in a negative x, we get negative x plus 4 over negative x squared plus negative x minus 2, negative plus 4 over x squared minus x minus 2, so it's not even. When we factor out a negative, notice we get that it's not odd as well, so therefore there's no symmetry. All right, so now we graph over here. So we have vertical asymptote at -2 and at 1. We have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 0. We have the x-intercept at -4, 0. We have a hole at 0, -2. All right, so a couple things. Number one, from our previous work, we know that the limit as it approaches -2 from the left is going towards infinity. So that means that from the left here, it has to go up towards infinity, which means it'll cross here, but then go straight towards 0. All right, so that takes care of that part of the graph. Now, what we want to do is figure out, is this whole, because from the right of, sorry, from the left of 1, notice if you, from the left of 1, it went towards -infinity. So we know this makes it go down, but we want to know, is it, and then we know at -2 from the right, it goes down as well. Now we want to know, is this a parabola where this is the top, or is there something above it? So what we'll do is we'll put in -1 to the function and see what happens. And you get 3 over -2. So it's -3/2, which is above -2, which means there's a point right here at -1 and -3/2, which means this graph will go up above somewhere, we don't know where, and then come back down, kind of like that. Then we also, because we have nothing on this side of 1, we want to put in a point like 2 and see where it goes. So 2 plus 4 over 2 squared plus 2 minus 2. So 6 over 4 is 3/2. So that means the point 2 and 3/2 is up here. And then we can graph it, because it goes up that way, and then it's going to go down towards 0. So now we have to, well, we know continuous. We know it's continuous on the same interval as the domain. So -infinity, -2, union -2 to 0, union 0 to 1, union 1 to infinity. Now the range is a different story. Now we know it goes up to some point here, but we're not quite sure where the top is there. And so we're going to say it's from -infinity to question mark, and it will include that question mark, whatever that is. And in another section, we'll find out how to find that. Then it also goes from here to infinity, but we don't know where this bottom is because it crosses 0. So we're going to say question mark to infinity. All right. So that was number 3, and I'll keep making videos for the different ones.